As a result of the success I've received from pissing you off for 8 minutes, you all in the comment section decided to piss me off as vengeance. So here are my reactions and analysis to your hottest Pokemon takes. By the way, I'll be taking these exclusively from the original video itself, and the community post which hyped this video up. So, the first person to give a hot take was Madison Andreas, who says that single battles should be replaced by double battles, given how my channel mostly covers competitive singles, and given how hating doubles is a running joke within my Discord community. I think it should go without saying how much I disagree with this opinion. It's not even that double battles are bad, I just refuse to play them because that would mean the anime, manga, and cards which run almost exclusively on single battles would have been lying to me the entire time. Lion Echo says that Pokemon games cannot have good stories due to the twisted morality surrounding the entire thing. Now, this topic is complex enough for its own video, but Pokemon's gone out of its way to prove that having slaves fight each other to the death is actually something Pokemon get hard to, and since kink shaming is bad, I'm gonna have to say I disagree. Seriously though, I told him this is a topic worthy of its own video, which is why I made an unfunny joke instead of a genuine response. I swear, one will eventually come in 2026. Typhlosion adds that Gens 6 and 7 should be on the list of good Ubers tiers, to which I agree. While not as fun as prior generations, the two metagames are fun in their own right. I Like Chomp says that Steel should resist Ghost and Darkagon. Personally, I hate this idea, as it doesn't actually address what makes Ghost and Dark so offensively broken, and instead just makes Steel broken again. If you want to fix knockoff, then nerf it how it was back in Gen 5 where it was properly balanced. And if you want to fix ghost types, then bring back Pursuit! Corey Whittaker says that he couldn't recommend Explorers of Sky highly enough. Wait, what do you mean everyone already agrees with that? I can't think of a name, has several. Firstly, Swampert is not ugly. You can't insult my boy like that, even if he doesn't hold a candle to Sceptile or Blaziken. And then to the next one, though, I think most people agree that Sun and Moon are good games. They have problems, undoubtedly so even, but they're a lot of fun, and some of the few games to have a compelling story. On the other hand, I don't agree with the Gen 6 take. Gen 6 Pokemon are among the best designs, but Gens 4 and 5 just hit different, man. Also, Heatran isn't the strongest OU Pokemon, and it's not even close. It's like Landorus Therian, where it'll be really good in every meta it's in, but never the best. Also, it's okay to like baby Pokemon. It just means you have bad taste. Arrow says that Lucario is mid. And boy, that was heartbreaking to hear. Kami Pie Classic agrees with Arrow, stating that Charizard is also mid. With an insult like that, I'd assume you're a fellow anime fan, so I'll just say that Demon Slayer is mid instead, and that Senko-san is an overlooked masterpiece because, clearly, Charizard doesn't deserve the hate. Don't get me wrong, it's a basic as fuck design, but it does look decently cool, and unlike modern starters, I can actually picture it in cuter and lazier roles, which gives it some decent versatility as a design. Mikey states that Gen 2 OU is fun to study. He didn't state it as a hot take, but let's be honest, it is. Seriously though, I agree with this a lot. I hate playing the tier, but it's so much fun to think about it. Jup ranks every starter, which would take too much time to react to here, so I will eventually make a starter ranking of my own. Or you could just watch my ranking of every Pokemon to get a general idea too. Tony Stark links my own video, which to quote Fergona is the most based thing I've ever heard. Mega HB wants a sequel, which is good since this is it. Bruno thinks that Heatran should be banned from Gen 8 OU, which is something that I'd laugh at if this statement didn't suck out all of my emotions. Spike says that Silver is the best rival, to which everyone agrees. I haven't played any Johto games, but I have read the manga, and Silver is great. Fleshytran gives a ton of hot takes, so I will list my disagreement or agreement with them in a somewhat rapid-fire fashion. OUBL isn't a dumb idea. Gen 4 is the best Pokemon gen due to its music, Pokemon designs, character designs, region layout, and much more. Gen 8 OU is the worst OU. Gen 2 designs, while underwhelming and forgettable, have a charm to them. And unlike Gen 8 designs, there's more standouts than just Corviknight. I disagree that Empoleon is the best starter, but it is one of the best. How the fuck is Infernape the worst starter? Ugh. Just why? By the way, pause this video to read his VGC take, as it's both really well written and something I agree with 100%. Stating that Gen 8's removal of moves were smartly chosen, though, is an absolute dogshit take, as removing Pursuit has made Ghost types far too strong, and removing Hidden Power has pigeonholed Pokemon like Zapdos and Magnezone into only using more defensive sets. As for the Calyrex take, I stopped caring about if it should be banned or not, as I've stopped playing the tier ages ago anyway. I agree that we need a freeze clause in every tier. In fact, I actually said that in the original video myself. I agree that Gliscor is harder to deal with than Landorus Therian, as even though Landorus Therian is used on more teams, it doesn't necessarily make it more powerful. As for type combinations, I actually agree that Flying Steel is better than Fairy Steel. Tiltmaster, which I misread as Titmaster, states dissatisfaction with the first 3 generations of Pokemon, to which I can't give an opinion on because I haven't played those games. Bartek Golda says that Gen 4 games are unplayable due to the slow speed, to which I disagree. If it really bothers you that much, then just put on some gay monkey porn in the background while you play the game, so that way you can have 2 things to do at once, hopefully making for a better experience. Hugh Elite LePen says that Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the worst Pokemon games, to which I can't disagree with, as I've yet to play the game, even though I really badly want to. But that isn't all, as another take of Gens 1 and 2 not even being games is rather hyperbolic and ridiculous. I don't know about Gen 2, but even though you literally can't play Gen 1 without experiencing a glitch, it is playable. Otherwise, Lord Helix wouldn't have made it through the game. Get the Goons has a lot of hot takes, starting with yet another one stating that the first Pokemon games have gone downhill since Gen 5, to which everyone agrees with. More contentious, though, is stating that Koraidon and Miraidon being bikes is lame. I actually disagree with this take, as I'm super intrigued to see what it'll be like to travel with the legendary of the game, instead of it being lazily shoehorned at the end of the game. Then he goes on a rant about National Dex, Mega Evolutions, and Dynamax, to which none are hot takes, and are all things any sane person should agree with. His VGC take is hot though, and I actually agree with it. It makes no fucking sense how Pokemon balances a game around a format which the main story almost never takes advantage of. And no, a battle against fucking Raihan doesn't make up for it! Mazhawk says that the physical special split was crucial to making the games fun, to which I actually agree. I never got super into the first 3 generations, at least in competitive, due to how the physical and special moves were handled. Also, everyone agrees that Jirachi and Clefable need to go to hell, and for good reason. Disliking Feraligatr, on the other hand, is a bold move, but no one outside of myself seems to like Delphox. I agree that Minior is amazing, but Stonjourner and Crabominable are hated for a reason. Also, yet again, everyone agrees that the Gale Wings nerf was stupid. I don't know about VGC, but Talonflame was not broken in singles at all. Finally, though, he says that he's starting to dislike Eevee, to which I disagree. Eevee is adorable. KRW says that Demon Slayer, I mean Gen 4, is mid, which I've already stated my disagreement of. Snaxolotl says that he should stop playing Gen 8 OU because everything good about that is done better in Gen 7 OU, to which I agree. Yu Merton says that newer Pokemon games do a good job at giving you a wide distribution of Pokemon, which was true until Gen 8 removed half of them. A more reasonable statement, though, is that there's nothing wrong with anthropomorphic Pokemon, to which I agree. To add to this, it's also stated that starters shouldn't be anthropomorphic, to which I also agree with. Jude Hindi gives a massive essay on why you should use Colossal and Lugia in Gen 8 Ubers, which I do not have the time to discuss in full detail. Windex Pudding says that Gen 7 is the best generation of competitive Pokemon, which despite being based, isn't quite something I can agree with given how much I get hard to fucking body slam Iron Head Paralysis. Seriously, I swear this is the only bad part of Gen 4 OU. It's a good tier, I swear. Please stop slandering it. Plasma Energize says that Wooloo is overrated, which I agree with. Sure, it's cute, but Mareep is cuter. Sheeplaw says that Gen 6 Pure Hackmons is an underrated tier, which I agree with, even if I wouldn't call it a good tier, but that'll be a video in itself. Ravager says that Cinderace is ugly, which I disagree with. Degenerate Me says that Gen 1 is the only generation worth a damn, which is the hottest take in this entire video, and my disagreement with it should be obvious. Benjamin H says that Meganium is his favorite Pokemon, which I will respect, even if he's wrong. He's also wrong about Toxapex, who can suck my fucking dick. And cutting the national dex wasn't necessary, it was just lazy, given how it took so little effort to port everything from the 3DS anyway. Also, Gen 8 OU once again fucking sucks. Michael Colzalo has a ton of hot takes. Some of these tread on old ground, like Charizard being mid or Gen 2 being mid, but there's also quite a bit of new ground too. Firstly, I don't have the knowledge necessary to agree or disagree with this Mystery Dungeon take. When it comes to saying that Mega Mewtwo X is better than Y, though, you're just wrong. I don't think I could explain just how much I disagree with this one. I mean, Buff Mewtwo is just stupid. Also, there's no way in hell that Pokémon Conquest or any other Pokémon game holds a candle to the Poképark games. In terms of design, I do agree that Mega Rayquaza is better than Zacian, but Zacian is far stronger in battle. I'd say the first cold take here though, and that would be that Gen 6 had the best online, as we all agree with that. Otherwise, people wouldn't have complained about the Festival Plaza so much. Granted, although I disagree with the next take of Gen 3 starters being the best, it also seems to be yet another cold take. I might ruffle some feathers for saying this, but I think the best starter trio are the Gen 1 starters, even if my personal favorite are the Gen 5 starters. Meanwhile, saying that Gen 2 is only beloved because of Heart Gold and Soul Silver is stupid, because those games are actually Gen 4. Enough of the nerdery, though. I know what he means. I disagree, though, because Scizor and Ampharos exist. The next take, though, is one that most seem to agree with, and that all non-remake and third version games haven't aged well, to which I also agree with, as otherwise those remakes and third versions wouldn't have happened. Gen 1 is mid, on the other hand, seems to be an opinion that's increasing in popularity, and I unfortunately see where they're coming from. To end off with yet another cold take though, everyone agrees that Mythicals no longer feel special. Now, to clarify the takes I made in my last video, Typhlosion states disagreement to my BDSP take, which is funny since that game is worse than Platinum for obvious reasons, and it's even worse than the original since they didn't have those ridiculous friendship mechanics which ruined the difficulty. Also, the music is worse, don't at me. Julian D. Breakdown states confusion upon the infusion that I dare to suggest that Scyther is lame, while simultaneously praising Kabutops. Now, surprisingly, I can like the idea of Scythes being on one Pokemon, but not the other. The Mad Peanut May says that Stonejourner isn't the worst Pokemon ever, which is fair. The reason why I hate it is that it feels unnatural, and it's not in a cool way like with the Ultra Beasts. However, that's not it, as the same user says how bizarre it is for me to claim Zeraora as furbait while simultaneously praising Lucario. Now, the reason why I have this opinion is because Lucario was created at a time where Pokemon cared more about making good designs in general, as opposed to making designs which fit into a certain niche. That's why the best furbait Pokemon are Lucario and Lopunny, since they weren't intended to be furbait. Meanwhile, everything else is. I say a middle ground to this, though, is Zoroark, who still manages to look really cool despite its obvious attempt to recapture Lucario's popularity. I had a nice conversation with Pokemon A Sawyer about the Pokemon anime, to which I admitted that I didn't truly have any hot takes related to the Pokemon anime. I merely wanted to have a section to talk about it. I recorded this while COVID positive, so fuck you, my throat feels like shit. That's not what I wanted to say though, as I want to thank you for the prequel success, as I did not expect it to do so well. It seems that for the first time ever, my channel is truly blowing up, and I want to thank you all to the bottom of my heart for that. You guys are truly amazing. I'll see you all next week.